Wake up, Jacob. This is Israelite Prepper, just coming back with a little bit of news that you guys may want to consider. A couple of things you may want to keep in mind, I should say. And so, looking at an article here, heard something about food stamps and them being cut off. So I decided to dig in there and look into it. Turns out there's something to it. The story does have legs. So you have the title here: Trump plan would kick more than 3 million people off of food stamps. And as you can see, it's pretty timely. And this is coming from CBS News. So let's take a look at this article a little bit and see what we can glean from it. The Trump administration is proposing a rule that would limit American access to food stamps, reportedly removing more than 3 million people from the federal program. 3 million. I think there's probably about 30, between 30 and 40,000 million, I should say, 30 and 40 million people on food stamps right now, I believe. Let's continue. The plan would eliminate automatic enrollment in food stamps for poor families who receive welfare benefits. The rule would erase what U.S. Department of Agriculture Secretary Sonny Perdue called a loophole in welfare benefits. Currently, 43 states allow families who qualify for federal temporary assistance to needy families program, or TANF, to automatically receive food stamp benefits, a link that the USDA wants to sever. Ending that practice would cut food stamp spending by $2.5 billion per year, the Reuters news agency reported. While income limits for TANF programs vary by state, the welfare program typically is restricted to low-income families. For instance, Georgia requires a family of three to earn less than $784 a month or $9,408 per year and have less than $1,000 in assets. Many policy experts say the food stamp program is one of the nation's most successful anti-poverty programs. Yet the Trump administration and the Republican lawmakers want to scale it back, claiming that many of its benefits don't need such assistance given the strong economy. Interesting. Quote, for too long, this loophole has been used to effectively bypass important eligibility guidelines. Too often, states have misused this flexibility without restraint, Perdue said in a statement. Some policy experts decried the proposal, arguing that it will increase food insecurity among poor families and add to states' administrative costs. Quote, this rule would disproportionately hurt families with children, seniors, and disabled people. Ben Olinsky, Senior Vice President of Policy and Strategy at the Left Learning Center for Americans Progress, said in an email statement. Quote, the 43 states that use broad-based categorical eligibility would have to change their eligibility rules, modify their computer systems, and retrain staff, placing an undue burden on state governments and making it more difficult for recipients and applicants to navigate the program. Ultimately, I guess this is going to end up with fewer people on food stamps, which of course is their goal. Let's continue the article. Agriculture Department Acting Deputy Undersecretary Brandon Lipp said in a conference call that some recipients are getting food stamps if they receive small welfare benefits, even only brochures, Bloomberg reported. The proposal would allow automatic enrollment only if families receive at least $50 per month in welfare benefits for at least 6 months, the news outlet noted. The proposed rule comes at a time when overall enrollment is dropping in food stamps, formerly known as basically SNAP. About 36 million people receive food stamp benefits in April, down from 44 million the previous year. Enrollment in the program rose sharply following the recession, but more families are moving off the benefit as the economy improves. Let's see. The proposed rule would require who receive welfare payments through TANF to apply separately for food stamp program. Typically, a family of three must earn less than $2,252 per month, or about $27,000 per year, to qualify for food stamps. And let's finish it up right here. At the same time, enrollment in the welfare program is also dropping, according to the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities. Caseloads fell 20% between 2006 and 2017 in 34 states, mostly because some of those states tightened their eligibility requirements, such as reducing the amount of time families can receive the benefit, the liberal-leaning think tank noted in a 2018 report. So that was a mouthful, but I wanted to get that full story out to you guys. See, here's the thing. We in the have the prepper mindset. Those of you that are out there in the prepper community who wants, be in community and live off grid and live set apart or come out of her, my people, so on and so forth. This is the prime reason why they want to do it. People who think that way wants to do it because they don't want to be dependent on the system. They do not want to have a government handout all the time. Now, I know there's people on both sides of on a political issue. I don't care, Democrat, Republican. I don't care about that. Okay. At the end of the day, you want to be free. You want to be delivered. You don't want to have to count on the system for everything. You don't want to have to go to Big Brother for a handout. I understand people in those situations. Myself, when I was a little kid, grew up very, very poor, and we were on welfare. So I understand what it's like. I understand what it feels like. And yeah, as a little kid, you appreciate having some food in your belly. But now that you are an adult, are you going to be proactive? That's the question. Are you going to be proactive? Are you going to take a hard look at this thing and stop pretending that you don't see it? Or are you going to take your head out of the sand and say, hey, wait, this is starting to be a bit much. Okay. This is starting to be a bit much. You're talking about millions and millions of people. When the food stamps get cut off, what are they going to do? No discernible skills. Or they may have a house full of kids and now they don't get food. So, I'm not real big on, government handouts and stuff like that, but I do know this could cause chaos. I do know that crime could go up. I do know that people can get desperate and they can't not eat. I do know that people are going to justify their desperate actions. They're going to say, hey, well, I had to feed my kids. Do you understand what I'm saying? Is there a chance that there could be a riot? Is there a chance? If there is, are you ready? That's the question. Are you ready? And before I go, do you want to be in that situation? Do you want to be in the middle of all that? Do you? This is Israelite Prepper. You got my thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts below. Tell me what you think. Put it in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video because this one is over.